Hello, friends, and welcome to another match review of Tottenham Hotspur. I knew something was up. I really did. So, whenever you feel confident about Tottenham Hotspur, they remind you why you should never feel confident about Tottenham Hotspur. I will say, this is what happened the whole game. We did not defend well, but we defended with passion. that was the whole game, and it cost us because they were creating chances and we were doing well to clear those last ditch efforts, like get the last tackle in, get the last block in, get the header away, whatever. But we didn't actually prevent the delivery any of those times. It was not good organized defending, which is weird to say about a Mourinho team. But that's why. That's why this happened. Even still, do I think that scoreline is warranted? Probably not. We should have been more clinical. Bergwijn was not great, but I mean, he wasn't bad. He's not the problem. I think part of the problem is losing Ndombele. I can't stress enough how big of a player Ndombele is for us. He allowed that to happen. He allowed the first half to happen. He's an insane player. If you can't see what he does in midfield and not go away from that and say, wow, every single time, you aren't watching the same Ndombele. He is the key. Yes, Kane and Son are brilliant. They're the focal point of the team. They're amazing. But Ndombele and Højbjerg are the midfield, and they allow those two to prosper. It's just how it works. You have to have balance. I guess I should get into player ratings because then it'll probably lead me to talk about stuff. Hugo couldn't do anything for that goal. Jesus Christ, what a rocket Lanzini. I'm almost not mad about the last goal because it's so dang good, but I'm mad about it. Dav. I've always not been confident with Davinson. Today was not good. Whenever I say Dyer is probably our most competent center back, people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. Davinson is chaotic. He's just chaotic. I'm not confident with him back there because of games like today. I know this is a one-off, but it's not a one-off. Dyer is the one who prevents those things, those passes from happening, prevents crosses from getting to their man because he's so good in the air against a team like West Ham. That's all I'll say. My dissertation on Eric Dyer. Toby. He was fine. He was fine. He got a few good blocks in. Could he have been better? Maybe. But, really, we defended well. I thought we defended okay. But then again, it wasn't organized. It looked like we couldn't decide whether we wanted to stay out and attack for another goal or sit back and soak in the pressure and be really compact. It looked like there was a disconnect. And Jose's not going to be happy about that. Serge, kind of one of those people that was stuck in between that area of pushing up and going back. There were times when he stayed up to pressure when I thought he should be running back to cover. So not great. Reguilon, wanted to see more of him Very nice to have a fullback with pace who can track down balls and win tackles against fast players, and he did that many times. Probably the best defender today, I would say, unless you count Højbjerg, who had a good game, I thought, especially in the first half. Second half, we didn't see a lot of him, but yeah, it's kind of a blur that second half, honestly, because I was just so shocked by the result. Sissoko could have probably done better with the Balbuena header that kicked all of this off. But, I mean, besides that, he was good. He was a workhorse, as we know. He was fine. Could have done better for the header, but also, we have to realize, those goals were really, really good, except for the Davinson one. I mean, they were just really well executed. A beautiful cross, beautiful header, and that's Balbuena. And then Lanzini, just the ball falls to him. Winks tries to clear. I don't blame him that much, for the record. And Lanzini just hits one of the best goals of the season. I mean, what can you do about that? It's just us, right? It's just Tottenham. It's just how it is. And we shouldn't be upset about it because we were loving life up top with Ndombele, who turned away from so many pressures, turned away from so many defenders, fed passes into Kane and Son and Bergwijn and everyone to make the whole thing tick. And yeah, I will say, Højbjerg passing sloppy today. Do have to get on to him for that. Bergwijn, as I said, not amazing. Son, great, running in behind. Also trying to link up with Kane by passing over the top to him as well. Nice. One thing we do have to take a positive, which is that the possession play in most of the first half was the best I've ever seen. It was amazing. You had all of this rotation in attacking. Kane would drop deep, Son would go forward, Bergwijn would be next to him, and then Ndombele would push forward. It was beautiful. And then they would rotate. Son would be deeper, and then Kane would go forward, and then Bergwijn would be with the midfield. It was beautiful. And we just have so many ways of unlocking a defense now. Or you're in from the right, crossing, shooting even. Reguilon, same. Ndombele threw balls to Kane, Son, Bergwijn, whoever. Serge, Bergwijn crossing from the right. Son cutting in from the left. Obviously, balls over the top from Kane, balls over the top from Toby, Dyer, whoever. Kane. I have to talk about Kane individually because I feel so bad for him. Put the team on his back. Carried it the whole game. Captain's performance. Brilliant performance. I mean, it's indicative. The last thing in the first half is so indicative of him. Sees that there's a danger in the box because there's a spare man in the box that's not being picked up. He literally sprints from the halfway line, closes down the man, the ball comes to his man, he tries to get a shot off, Kane slides in, blocks the shot, and, gets trampled on because of it, and he's a striker. Why is he the one doing that? I don't care. That's beautiful. I love you, Kane. Thank you for doing that. However, he should have not had to do that. Kane today put in like a 10 out of 10 performance. He really did. He looked the most mobile he had ever been. He was taking shots from everywhere. He was creating. He was brilliant dribbling past people, dribbling through Declan Rice, dribbling like I haven't seen him do in years. And it didn't come to anything. And he has to be upset at his team, and he should be. Yeah, just as I said before, it was not good defending. It was passion-filled defending, which sometimes works. But against a team with a bit more passion, a bit more fuel in the tank like West Ham seemed to have, it's not going to work. That was today. I feel a bit hard done by. Obviously, of course, there were a few calls from the ref. I was like, okay, well, I feel like that should have been a yellow at least, a foul here or there. But really, this is the game. This is football, and that's how it works sometimes, and that's definitely how it works at Tottenham. I'm still going to be taking a lot of positives from this, and you should too. Once Dyer comes back into the team, maybe even Joe Rodon, who knows? We'll see. I guess I should talk about Bale. He's rusty. I'm not gonna blame him for anything. Yes, he probably should have scored. I mean, he's rusty. He hasn't played in months. To expect him to do anything more than what he did is probably too much. Lucas came on. He was Lucas. Hocus pocus, Lucas, whatever. Yeah. But that was the game. That was the game. And it was fine. West Ham played well. They kept fighting. I thought they were drop heads. We were 3-0 up. You have to give a little bit of props to them. But we can't let teams back into games like that. I thought we frustrated them towards the end of the first half, defending really well and holding possession and stuff, and we just need more of that in the second half. Take control of the game, keep possession even if it's boring. I would take boring. And I know Jose will feel that the result is not deserved, but he's still going to get mad at the team, and probably as he should. But yeah, that's the game. A video will be out later, a FIFA video, so stay tuned to watch that. Subscribe if you're new to catch that when it first comes out. Like the video if you enjoyed. And yeah, that's the game, and that's Tottenham. See you later.